even in the near term, is very serious. Bear in mind that we Indians have also developed by now a strong history of employment exploration abroad. Obviously, we are not unique in this regard, but nevertheless, we are unusual in that this has been sustained over several generations to differing regions at various levels of skills. As a result, there is the techie, the entrepreneur, and the professional in the United States, the blue collar and the service provider in the Gulf, the self-employed and the agri sector in Europe and North America, as well as the scientists and researchers in so many other countries. Moreover, many global professions like seafaring, airlines, and the hospitality sector have already tapped into our human resources pool in a significant level. That there are so many students abroad is also a factor, as they often transition into jobs. Economies like Australia or Germany have seen a significant increase of working Indians in the last few years. Through migration and mobility partnerships, as well as specialized skilled workers agreements with 22 nations, we have created a pathway as well as a brand. Now, let me emphasize that these are not hypothetical possibilities or even prospects that are somewhere on the horizon. The need for talent abroad is a situation that is actually upon us today. Let me give you some concrete examples. Only yesterday, and the Japanese ambassador is sitting here before me, the Speaker of Japan was here to advocate an action plan that would create a concrete and predictable flow of Indian skills to his country. It would help take forward the SSW, the Specialized Skilled Workers Agreement, that we had concluded a few years ago. Let me give you another. Israel, as an example, where there is already a flow of workers in different domains. Mauritius has a similar demand and has concluded an understanding with us. Malaysia has opened up many more sectors to Indian skills, especially construction. We have been traditionally a source country for Singapore, and their requirement will upgrade even as their economy does. The German Chancellor was here last October, and he spoke of increasing the employment visas for Indians by 4x. My counterparts in Italy, and again I note the ambassador here before me, in Italy, in Spain, in Austria, and Greece, have all shown appetite to tap into our human resources pool as urgently and effectively as possible. This, I emphasize, is just the tip of the iceberg, and we must prepare for what is below the waterline. My short point is that there is a demand in the world, an availability in India, and the basic groundwork done to enable Indian talent to gain global access is there. Now, how well they do that and what will be the scale, I think that is up to us. Having just come from the Waves gathering in Mumbai, where the orange economy of culture, creativity, and identity was explored, I am tempted to continue this presentation with a further metaphor of colors. So let me start with the green and the brown economies, with their associated infrastructure as a good place to begin. They will clearly coexist for some time to come, but each will become smarter and infuse newer technologies. They will require a wide spectrum of talent that will grow both in size and complexity. We have already witnessed in the Gulf increasing demand for such human resources. I should add, by the way of example, that today, if one looks as to where Indian nationals live and work, the two largest economies are not the US and UK as people typically think. They are actually UAE and Saudi Arabia. That there is an infrastructure surge in India adds to the experience and capabilities of our corporates and of our personnel. In some sectors like renewable energy, water or power transmission, our people are already securing openings by their track record at home.
तो ग्लोबल एक्सेस टू टैलेंट फ्रॉम इंडिया फाउंडेशन का शुभारंभ आज किया गया, जिसको संबोधित करते हुए विदेश मंत्री डॉक्टर जयशंकर नजर आए। इसी बीच न्यूज पर वक्त एक छोटे से ब्रेक का है, आप बने रहिए हमारे साथ।